Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for Northern Ag TV. I'm Grace McDonald. Well, the Ag Department's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service says that the screwworm situation in Mexico is improving. APHIS's Vet Service Senior Leader of Policy and Operations, Burke Healy, says that they created a new protocol that will allow for exports out of Mexico.
We've done inspections of those new facilities that were required to be put in place due to the new protocol. Those are in a process of getting their legal documentation signed off on. That's going to occur this week and into next week, and then they'll be able to begin to accept cattle, primarily in the two ports in Sonora and at least one, possibly two ports in Chihuahua. The states that are in the southern part of Texas where we have ports, those right now we're going to continue to keep them closed for the moment.
Earlier this week, the White House Budget Office issued a directive to pause all federal loans and grants. Just hours before the freeze was set to take effect, the White House rescinded the freeze. Federal agencies were originally told to pause all financial disbursements and report affected programs to the Office of Management and Budget by February 10th. The worry was that the freeze could affect disaster relief, loans, and grants, including the $10 billion in aid for farmers. Another concern that stemmed from the Trump administration is the impact that mass deportations could have on the cattle sector. The H-2A program provides temporary visas for seasonal workers, but is limited to cattle feeding yards and packing plants due to the time frame that they need. Tom Holman, director of the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, said that the raids are focused on public service threats and criminals, but that anyone who is in the country illegally is on the table. There is talk from several groups about introducing legislation to make the H-2A program more flexible and address the issues surrounding year-round labor. On Thursday, 6 senators introduced legislation to remove the grizzly bear from the endangered species list in the greater Yellowstone ecosystem. The bill would also give the states the management calls. The Grizzly Bear State Management Act is supported by senators from Wyoming, Cynthia Lummis and John Barrasso, and Montana, Steve Daines and Tim Sheehy, as well as 2 Idaho senators. We'll be back with the markets after this.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Talking with someone that you know is stressed out, those are difficult things to approach, but if you're good friends with those people, reach out and say, I'm here to talk to you. We can find somewhere to get some assistance. It's hard to get involved, but at the same time, you want to just say, hey, there is help available.
For more tips in dealing with stress in agriculture or for free counseling for egg producers, visit beyondtheweather.com.
Without any cash trade, traders have not supported the futures any further. However, the expectation for that is that feedlots will hold out for steady to higher prices this week. It's likely that the small losses in the futures on Wednesday were just a price correction, as the fundamentals of the cattle market have not changed. The box beef prices are lining up with the lower seasonal trend. Choice cuts about $2 softer at $330.54. Higher undertones were noticed on all offerings of feeder cattle at the public auction yards yesterday. One fancy load of 730-pound heifers sold for $278 per hundredweights. Slaughter cows at Pays sold for mostly $119 to $148. A few heavyweight slaughters at $150. A large offering of slaughter lambs in Sioux Falls on Wednesday, with the 60 to 79 pounders at $295, 80 to 99 pounds at $264, and 130 to 150 pounds at $158. Wheat prices settled on Wednesday at their highest levels in nearly 3 months and had gains again on Thursday. This week's support has brought the highest daily close since mid-November. Export sales have been running in line with the pace needed to achieve the USDA export estimate, and the most recent sales reported were strong. Overall, it was a positive session on Thursday, and traders are optimistic with the warmer weather and moisture moving into the plains. That's it for today's Northern Ag TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Grace McDonald.